Hi, good morning. This is Desert, and you're at Springs of the Desert. If you're new, welcome. And if you're coming back, thanks. Today, I'm going to start using my food dehydrator for the first time since bringing it back from Nogales last weekend. This is the 16th of November now. When I got up this morning, I was so excited. It was cool enough to where I could actually put on a garment with sleeves. Which, now I'm hot. That was earlier. I got to working and moving around a lot, and the warmth caught up with me. So I'm going to sit down and take a breather and talk to you guys. The food dehydrator, what I've done is I had 4 bunches of leeks, and I have an idea, and I'm going to create a recipe that I haven't seen before, and I've done the research to find out if it's all safe and if it's possible, and according to everything that I've checked out, it is safe and it is possible, but leeks are one of the ingredients. So I got 4 big bunches of leeks when I was in Nogales, Arizona. And I have sliced them up into little tiny slices, thin slices, and I'm going to put them in the food dehydrator. I am also, I said when I was making the this year's Nogales November haul video that I got 4 bags of garlic this time instead of 2. I usually use 2 bags of garlic to make my garlic pucks with, and put them in the freezer, so anytime I want to throw garlic into a dish, I just grab a tablespoon of minced garlic out of the freezer and pop it in. But I got 4 bags this time because 2 are going to be for the regular processing and 2 are going to be for making a complete garlic puree. And then I'm going to put it inside the food dehydrator, and I'm going to dehydrate it, puree it again, dehydrate it, puree it again, and hopefully end up with garlic powder. But something weird happened. Okay. When I did my garlic last night, I took the, little container of the food processor and with the lid on it, and I popped it in the fridge overnight because I've told you before, I can't always, completely finish a project in one standing, so to speak. And it was kind of late last night when I finished cutting all the pieces of garlic and cleaning them and all and getting them in the processor. So by the time I pureed it, I was done. So I popped it in the fridge. I came out this morning and the garlic paste was green. Now, I have never seen that in my life. And I'm like, okay, now I'm 72. I've been using garlic my entire life. And I've never seen a garlic paste or minced garlic or anything like that turn green before. So, I had to look it up immediately. So I did a search. And I said, my garlic puree turned green. Is it ruined? Is it safe? Why did it do that? And I get, no, your green garlic puree is not ruined. It is safe to eat. The color change is a harmless chemical reaction caused by sulfur compounds in the garlic, reacting with acids or enzymes, often from ingredients like vinegar or simply from the garlic being pureed and adding oxygen into it. So it's an oxidation type thing. The change in color is not an indicator of spoilage, but it is best to store it properly to prevent further oxidation. So we are going to be working with my crazy green garlic paste in the first level of the dehydrator, maybe 2 levels, I'm not sure. And then we're going to put the leeks in on top of it. So that's it. I just thought I'd let you know what we're going to be doing and explain the green garlic.
Sound.com.
Okay, so with my new food dehydrator, I'm going to try a new experiment. I want to make my own garlic powder. I was mentioning this in the Nogales haul video from November 2025 when I showed you the 4 bags of garlic on top of the freezer. That 2 of the bags are used to make my pucks with, and 2 of them would be used to make a garlic puree to go in the food dehydrator to dehydrate and then put back in the food dehydrator to turn into a powder. I want to make my own garlic powder, my own onion powder, and I had 4 bunches of leeks, and I sliced them all up really thin. I'll show you them when they're going to go into the dehydrator, each thing. And I took 3 entire bags of brown onions, and I'll show you the bags of onions when I go to put them in the dehydrator. So the onions are pureed, the leeks are all sliced in little pieces, little slices, and let me show you the garlic. So that is the garlic puree of 1 bag. I need to scrape it down and make sure that it really is all a puree. Okay, I scraped it all down. Now I pureed it for about 3 minutes, I guess, and I've scraped it down twice. Now there's the texture. It's still kind of chunky, so I'm not sure if it will puree down more or not. Like I said, this is an experiment. So I might try putting this one in the trays like it is, and then try grinding it up more after it's dried some, and maybe I'll use the other bag to try to keep it for like more than 5 minutes or something to see if it gets smoother. We'll see what works best. Okay, so there's my crazy green garlic. I put it back on the food processor, and I'm gonna whirl it around a little bit and see if it's just green where it's oxidized or if all of it's green. It's all green. Would you look at that? Alrighty, well, we're gonna take it on over to the food dehydrator and start working. So there's my crazy green garlic. I'm gonna spread it out now. That is 1 entire bag of those 4 bags that I showed you in the Nogales haul video. All right, so that's what it looks like when it's all spread out, and I'm going to put the next level on, and we're going to start with the leeks. Okay, so I'm working on the leeks, and I thought there was a couple of things that I'd tell you. For example, when you come across a slice like this, you want to separate them into their separate little rings so that they will dry faster, you know, and more completely. And I gotta tell you, even though I'm the only one that talks on these videos and I'm the only face that you see, this is really a community project. My son did most of the chopping up of the garlic. You know, I just pureed it. I mean, I finished it for him because he does so much time per day for me, and his time was up and it wasn't done yet. So I have this is the garlic. This is one of leeks that I already did. This is the one I'm working on, and that's how much I still have to go. Anyway, Lupita is the young lady that comes by and helps me once a week, and she's sort of a mini me. Whatever it is that I need to get done that I'm not finishing, or I'm not getting done, or it would mean I'd have to be on my feet a lot, so I'd be uncomfortable. Lupita does it for me. So Lupita is actually who chopped up all of these leeks, and it's my ideas and it's my money and my stuff. But if it was not for the labor of others, I would not get done as much as I get done. So I just want to give credit where credit is due. And I'll continue working with these leeks and we'll be back. Okay, so that now is my 4th tray of leeks. And you can see that I've really tried to break them up into like little individual rings, you know, so that they'll dry quicker and more completely. Okay. Okay, so we filled up 5 trays with sliced pieces of the leeks, and I've got 2 trays left for some pureed onions that I'm going to turn into onion powder. Now, the onions and the garlic, this is the first time that I personally am making my own garlic powder and onion powder. There are a lot of people that do it, but I just thought I'd let you know that, because if it turns out to be easy, you know, if I can do it on my first try, then you can too. Now, another person that is in our group of people, team that helps to produce this, is my youngest son, and he does the editing, and he splices all of my little snippets together into one cohesive video for you to see. So I don't know if he wants a shout out by name, so I won't say that now, but I wanted to give him credit. Okay, so I have 2 big bags like this full of onion puree. They were 3 bags of yellow onions, between 21 and 24 onions in total. I don't remember exactly, but just to let you know. And we're going to put them in the trays like this, like we did the garlic puree. Alrighty, now you might notice that like along the edges here, there is a lot of liquid. Lupita was asking me if I wanted her to pour that off since I was going for dehydrating, but I think there's probably a lot of flavor in that liquid. And since what I'm going to be making is onion powder, I think that flavor is important. So I included the liquid in here anyway, and we'll see if that's a good idea or not when we try to process it. All right, we're completely filled. I'm set at 115 degrees, and let's turn it on. There's its little fan. It's gonna smell like cooking onions in here for a long time. Good morning, friends. Okay, so I started the food dehydrator last night at about 6 in the evening, I guess. And they said for the purees that it could take up to 48 hours for that to be done. Now, I did go online and looked at the directions for the machine. After I started it. So 115 was not the right temperature. So I bumped it up to 130. They said between 130 and 140. And I would rather go on the low side and take longer to preserve the vitamins and all that are in it by not killing them from the heat. So it's been at 130 all night and this morning, and right now it's 11:32. So we're going to go over there and we're going to turn it off and take it apart and see what's done what. Okay, I just turned it off. Now let's see what it looks like. That's interesting. The onions changed color. I don't expect them to be done. They're close. They're close. By golly. It does feel much warmer than I expected it to. I was just thinking that the leeks might be finished. Oh yeah. Oh, that's great. I love it. Yeah, the leeks seem to be where they need to be. Okay. Now the onion feels pretty dry, but I think I'm gonna run it through the food processor and then, to grind it up and then run it through here some more in a thinner batch. Let's get down to our green garlic. It's quite a few levels down. Oh, it's not green anymore. It's certainly browned a lot. I'm not certain I like that 130 degrees. I think I was right at 115 personally, but it's no longer green. I'm hoping that this will just kind of bend away from, yeah, it does. Okay, I can tell by the leathery texture that this is going to need some, I'm definitely going to use a lower temperature. Again, I think I was right at 115. This 130 is too much. It's obviously really cooked it quite a lot. So I think I'm going to go back to the 115 in the future. And I'm very pleased with the leeks. And I'll be grinding them up, and we'll have a video on what I'm going to do with them, because I have an idea. All right. Well, that's cool. It doesn't, they set up to 48 hours. This has been, let's see, 16 hours maybe. And, yeah, not even the 24. So, all right. Interesting. Okay, so there's all my trays of leeks. Those are all cleaned out now in the food processor, and I'm going to turn it into a powder. Now that is my garlic, and these 2 trays are what I've done so far, the onions. And both of those I consider to be overcooked. So I'm really happy it was only half of the garlic, and it was less than half of my onion puree. I will definitely be doing this on a lower temperature, and obviously it's not going to take 48 hours. So let's grind this up, see what we come up with, and I'll be cleaning those and getting the rest of the onions ready for the next batch. Okay, so I lowered the temperature to 115, and this is how 4 trays of onions came out, and I'm going to go do this. Now, the garlic, it was still kind of gummy and leathery. So yesterday I took it out and I put it in the food processor and I ground it up and I put it back in there as more of a powder, hoping to dry it out completely. So we'll see how that does in the food processor and see if it actually turns into a powder or not. But we're going to go do this right now. Well, the onion powdered up beautifully. Very happy with that. Oops, sorry. Watching what I was doing and not watching where the camera was. That's a nice jar. Okay, get out the last little bits. Come on. All right. Well, I'm happy with that. Nice. It still looks a bit overcooked to me, though. So either I'm going to have to go for a shorter time or a lower temperature. I don't know. We're experimenting. We're learning. I just want to mention that this is so concentrated, whether it is garlic or onion or whatever. It is so concentrated that the powder should be treated as precious because every little bit makes a huge difference flavor-wise. This is the garlic. Okay. So I think the NESCO Gardenmaster's Maiden Voyage went very well. Yes, there's a learning curve. I'm going to continue to use it at 115 degrees from now on because I really like conserving the vitamins that are in my food. And the lower temperature that you can cook it at, dehydrate it at, the better it is for the vitamin content. So there is that. I realize that the purees are going to take a long time, but they do not by any means take 48 hours. So that was positive. I am a little concerned to learn what the cost of doing this is. I have been using it almost constantly now. You'll see there's a NESCO Take 2 that'll be coming right after this because it's my new toy and I want to see how long it takes to do various things and how things turn out. In the next one, I'm going to be doing some blueberries that I want to dehydrate to put into another batch, a new recipe of granola. I'm going to be doing peas and carrots because the electricity goes out here all the time. And it worries me with my freezer to have so much of my food frozen. Because I know that if there was any sort of real serious problem that would be more than, a few hours or a day, electricity would be what would go first of our services. So I want to know that I have options. Also, I want to learn how to dehydrate everything before my gardens are really productive. In the desert, it was really easy dehydrating. I had a mesh screen layered thing, and it was so dry where I lived that all I had to do was hang it under a tree and everything was dry in a couple days. So here it's very humid. So even though that would work if it were in the direct sun, for example, it would take a while. And I'm just, as long as we have electricity, I'm going to try dehydrating it with the dehydrator. So I have NESCO Take 2 is already filmed and in the can because I've been working on this consistently for days since I came home. And there we will be handling peppers and onions and corn and peas and carrots and green beans and blueberries and mini marshmallows. For Christmas, I'm going to be making jars, canning jars, but they have a handle on them, and in their lid there's a hole for a straw. And I'm going to be putting Mexican hot chocolate inside of them, and I'm dehydrating the mini marshmallows to put on the top to go with the hot chocolate mix. So that's one of the things that's going to be inside my Christmas baskets this year, along with the cookies and truffles. So there's that to look forward to in NESCO 2. I'm definitely glad that I made the purchase for this. And in NESCO 2, you will also see the screened in non-electrical version of a dehydrator that I have. Yeah. Thank you very much for being here. Please click the like button, and if you want to, I would love it if you would subscribe. Let me know where you're watching from. I think I've mentioned it enough times probably, but this may be the only video you see. So I am putting a map on this big empty space on my wall, and I want to put a push pin on every location that people mention. And so far I've only gotten one, and the person is from Tucson, Arizona, and that person will be my first push pin, and I hope to get more. I would really like to be able to put a bunch of them up there on the wall. That would just be awesome. And that's it. Thanks so much for being here, and have a blessed day. Toodles.